point agenda spoke about debt management, audit of the debt. Let us know about the debt. Have you realized no one talks about the debt anymore? Because one, if the government of the day can be appreciated, they have succeeded to put a lead on the issue of the debt management because we were a country that was on default mode. That is already on record. Have they been able to achieve that? Yes. Is that far enough to offer results that the Kenyans wanted in form of money in the pocket? No. Why? Because if you're already on the red, the first thing you're struggling to only first survive, you're just keeping your head above the water. Then as soon as you've given that foundation, then you can move on. You've just mentioned right now about the Kenya Pipeline IPO and everything. Something happened yesterday when they were launching the National Infrastructure Fund, and they were saying we need to privatize the institutions that are able, like we try to divest and ensure our debt portfolio and how we manage our finances as a government works. Did you see something interesting? As the government was coming in 2022, the government did not have capacity, ability to able to to be able to undertake any infrastructure project. In fact, if you remember, the first reason why, part of the reason the government was felt not working in the first 2 years is because the president, the fourth president and the administration had left up to 36 major infrastructure projects hanging with pending bills that were going back 3 years in advance. What did the government do? Two things. They decided to securitize, for example, the RMLF. The fuel levy was securitized, that they were able to raise 170 billion to first deal with the 36 projects or the projects that had not been done, which, as we speak, last November 2025, that has been done.
Thank you.
All the stall projects have started. Now, doing the National Infrastructure Fund is basically a way of trying to be creative. How are you able to manage your debt, but at the same time, your development is going on? We privatize, we do the tolls. So for me, one of the issues that was raised, and that is what Kenyans want to hear, if you talk about economy, it's about creativity. How do you manage your debt? How do you keep a lead? You pay interest. But importantly, how do you ensure investment goes on? I'm sure that will be the conversation of today. It's only one thing that I would wish to ask. It is easier to critique. It is easier to fight. Like if you talk about devolution, it was easier to say that the national government never supports devolution. Has it not been this government that has given the most money compared to the last two administrations?
But that money has been coming in dribs and drabs. I mean, that is also another question. Haven't we seen also?
Because government never has money.
We will come to that.
Because government never has money that sits. It is always what is collected, then it is shared. Even the national government itself struggles to pay its bills.
All right. Okay, Ruth, you want to chime in as well? Maybe you can also talk about